So, we're finally doing this?
Oh yeah, no, this is the perfect day. Sun's out. Everything is great. No, it's, this...
Problems?
Oh yeah, no, I love problems. This is my life now. My life.
I hate our fans so much.
What? You look great! You look great.
People think I'm a furry now.
You're not a furry? I thought that's what you were dressed up as.
I'm Teemo.
Oh, it's Teemo! Wow!
So many people ask me if I was a furry.
I had a great time this weekend, I really did.
I'm not a furry! I'm not a furry!
Probably should put the goggles on if that was the case. There's one thing furries hate. It's goggles.
Captain Teemo reporting for duty!
And this is Garen, the Might of Demacia.
And, I'm from Vandal City?
Demacia!
Ah! Don't yell!
Isn't it Vandal City, not Vandal City?
I don't know!
I think you said Rivet City.
I said something!
Fallout, Teemo?
Welcome to Vault 101, Fortal Yordles!
Alright, you can stop that voice. It's creeping me out.
I like it! I'll do the whole show like this if needed.
This is Axis,
And Water Elemental!
and we're here to talk about the League of Legends. This is an ongoing show we do about a Mobius-style battle game. It's very interesting for us.
Holy Yordles!
And you might be saying, well, the intro was in video. Why isn't this? Well,
It's really hard to do it live!
it's really hard, and we had to edit it a lot. So this is probably our 16th time trying to get it right. So we will have video at the end. We'll be doing video for our questions. So stick around for the very end if you want to see us kind of goofing around. But for the news, we're going to be pretty concise. We're going to be
serious.
We're going to be super serious first. So let's jump right into it. The patch, huge patch, very interesting patch this week. Didn't release Dominion like I had hoped, but what can you do?
It's like a carrot on a stick. They're gonna keep just holding in front of us. Come on, come get Dominion. Nope, not until Season 2. Not until after Riven. No,
Really?
you don't.
It's terrible. Yeah, Riven, patch, PC Gamer thing, that was very interesting. End of Season 1, all that cool rewards going out. And there's a bunch of neat stuff. So let's kind of jump right into it. The first thing everyone's probably thinking about, Riven, the Exiled Blade.
Riven, the I'm so ugly it takes 4 splash arts to get it right.
Ugh.
The first and second one were so ugly. Like, ugh.
It was unfathomable to me.
She had hair in places she shouldn't.
White hair, no less. Riven's got a couple abilities. We weren't really able to give you the specific details. But let's kind of talk about them now. His first ability is her Q. It's Broken Wings. It's a 3-parter ability. The first 2 uses of it, within a couple of seconds, causes her to step forward and swing for a nominal amount of damage. And on the third use, she leaps into the air, spins around and smashes, knocking people back and dealing the same amount of damage again. Her next ability is called Key Burst. This is her W. It damages nearby enemies slightly and stuns them for a half second. And finally, Valor. She dashes forwards in a small amount and shields herself. And finally, Blade of the Exile is her ultimate. It gives her increased range, damage, and power on her abilities. And it allows her to use the Wind Slash ability once, which is also a hotkey to her ultimate. It sends a cone forward that deals damage based on how much life an opponent is missing. Her passive is Runic Blade. It gives her bonus damage every time she uses an ability, and it stacks up to 3 times. So you can auto-attack with that stack up, and it burns 1 charge.
It's very nice. What I got out of it was, I haven't been able to play her. I played against her several times. I've been playing at my school because it won't patch on my computer. I'm fixing some problems with it. And earlier today, I actually got an opportunity to play her because there was a 45-minute game. already in progress, and one of them had to leave to go to his class. So I hopped onto a computer, and I was playing as Riven. He already had attack speed boots, he had Hex Drinker, he had what is it?
Bloodthirster?
Bloodthirster. Bloodblade.
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 Oh.
Sounds like something from...
Demon Blade Tryndamere.
Yeah, definitely. And he had a few other items I had to sell because they did not work with her. And as I built her up, I got Trinity Force, and I got a Banshee's Veil, and something like that. Because the enemy team consisted of Vhagar, Caytlen, Morgana, Mordekaiser, and Nocturne. So I had a lot of CC against me.
Sounds like a good time.
But we won. It was mainly because the other guy didn't know what he was doing, and neither did I, but I was able to pull off. And she's really fun. She works really well with her. I know you don't like it on her, but...
What a story, Mark.
Thank you.
So yeah, that's Riven. Like, if you had to describe her in 2 words, what would you say?
Combo heavy.
Combo heavy. Alright. Riven, from what I've seen, is a squishy, melee DPS. Which I would normally say is a bad thing. She feels kind of like a Crummy or Master Yi to me at times, just because of how easy she gets blown up for being a melee champion, where you feel like, oh, I hope no one even looks at me, or I hope they don't have an AoE team, otherwise I'm just going to die immediately. I like her, don't get me wrong, she's very fun. I've had some great experiences with her in the lane phase. She's a very fun laner. I mean, you get to do a lot of stuff. It's almost as fun as I've been having with Garen in the lane, just in terms of, I get to do stuff all the time, She doesn't quite have the sustain as other melee do, but just because she's so aggressive and so maneuverable, you really don't have to worry too much about dying, to be honest.
She does have a shield, which is nice, but it doesn't really scale off anything.
It scales off her bonus damage, actually.
Oh, it does?
Uh-huh.
I did not see
all of her stuff scales off of bonus damage. She has no AP, no mana, which kind of limits her build options, but on the flip side, it means she has less resources to deal with, and you end up focusing more on having fun and timing rather than, okay, I got to conserve my resources for a gank. You can just push your buttons whenever you want to.
There are a few complaints I have with her. Her shield, her shield/dash. The dash isn't far enough where you can hop over walls, but it's not long enough where you can dash out of combat or dash into combat. It's more or less, it's that small distance that...
Well, she has 4 dashes, though. You have to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Q 3 times, and then E.
But you'd think that she'd be able to hop through walls and be better assassin.
I wish she could hop through walls, but I've done some pretty clutch juking against Cho'Gaths, Luxes, and Brands with that little dash. Just bink!
Oh, don't get me wrong. There was the Caitlyn I was playing against. She kept using her net to get away from me, and I kept on her butt the whole time, which was nice. Just broken wing, dash, then I did broken wing again, and then I wait until they were close enough. I stunned and then broken wing for a 3rd time, knocked her towards my teammates, and got a kill. It's fun. She isn't one of those champions where you blow 4 and then you're done. You have to actually concentrate on doing good combos.
Timing! Just like that?
Timing, yes.
I've played very well with her. I do kind of a gimmicky build on her just because she is so squishy, so I kind of go with some early resistance items like Wriggles, Hex Drinker. I even did a Wit's End game, which didn't really work out too great, but it was an okay item on her just because of the attack speed. But wouldn't recommend attack speed as a build. She's much better with just damage.
A little bit of cooldown goes a long way.
Oh yeah, no, I get boots and I get Ionia boots and Brutalizer very quickly, and it makes a huge difference.
Now, since she is coming out and she's already been out, as a resourceless champion, do you think she's better or worse than some of the other ones out there?
Garen will always have a special place in my heart. I don't know if you guys saw my costume, but I'm a big Garen fan, and at first when I saw her, I was like, oh, it's Noxie and Garen. Not the case. She's probably about what a resourceless champion should be. A little bit underpowered just because of how short her cooldowns are. Because again, you don't have to factor in mana. She has unlimited staying power as long as you keep your head out of the ground.
I don't mind her. I'm not really as good as melee champions as Axis here, so I can't really judge it too much. I was really well with Talon until later on, and then I started getting really bad. 2, 17, and 1.
Oh boy.
But yeah, I like her. Her ultimate is really nifty. Instead of being a last resort type thing, you hit it right away, and then as soon as they start running away, you're like...
it lasts a long time.
And then, the thing is, though, you don't have to hit it once, oh, I get double attack damage or whatnot, and then throw it wide away. You fight in there, and as soon as they start running away and you want to clean up, you're just like, ugh, Wind Slash.
I've actually had a little bit of trouble getting the hang of Blade of the Exile plus Wind Slash because I'm so used to Garen. I'm like, okay, popping my ult to finish. You do have to wait a little bit of a global cooldown to use Wind Slash after you pop Blade of the Exile. So you do want to kind of pop it a little bit earlier in the team fight, maybe when you're catching up or something. Because again, you gotta wait, and sometimes trying to wait as they're running away to get the execute, you won't get the kill. So make sure you're using it relatively early.
Summer spells, what do you use?
I've been playing around. Exhaust is a godsend to her. Just helping with her gap closing is great. I've been using Ghost, but I wasn't too thrilled with it. Flash is definitely a good choice, just so that way you can get over those walls. I mean, she already has tremendous escape potential with her 4 dashes, but having an extra Flash on top of that just makes her uncatchable.
The guy I took over for, he was using Flash Teleport,
Hmm.
which actually wasn't too bad because we were in a situation where it was 4v5. So it was helpful to, guard the base and stuff like that. But as far as a normal build, I'd probably go Ignite Flash. Probably Ignite Flash or Exhaust Flash. But that's just my personal preference, especially with Melee. Because she is a glass cannon and she really needs to get in and out of combat.
So you really got to play her very risky. I mean, I'm so used to playing bruisers that it's almost like I'm coming off of playing Talon a lot, and I'm like, I want to run in there and kill everything, and then vanish. You can't do that with her. You got to play her really carefully and delicately, which is kind of interesting, and it's a little bit hard to get used to. But once you do, it's a great time. Well, that's Riven. What do you think?
8.
Okay. I'm going to give Riven probably a 7. She's a little bit too squishy for my likes. I'll probably still play her, but I just don't like that you really have to build her one way or the other. You can't build tanky DPS, otherwise you'll have no damage. And if you build tanky, you're already not going to have damage. If you build DPS, you blow up in about 2 seconds. So it's really a delicate dance with her, and I think she either needs to have her damage improved or her survivability improved if this is how she's going to be.
Especially since it had a long time to test her.
Oh, yes. Very long time. Let's talk about the patch a little bit, though. Thoughts on Riven? She's great. If you guys have any builds, any cool ideas, anything you kind of want to tell us about her, we'd love to hear it. But the patch. This patch heralded
some weird changes, good and bad.
The thing that's on everyone's mind is Mordekaiser as numero dos.
Wait.
He's terrible now. Mordekaiser is so bad now.
And he's free this week, which is the funniest part.
Dude, Mordekaiser is so easy to kill now. They don't have anything. Like, their shield is maybe up for half of what it's supposed to be at any given moment.
It decays so fast.
He has to play like an actual champion in League of Legends, not an undestructible, scion of death. It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's a balance change. They're going to have to tweak him a bit forward to make him, useful.
Yeah, they need to give him a little bit more shield, I think, but he's in a good spot right now in terms of he's actually able to be harassed now. I don't have to bend over backwards to lane with him.
Next is Shaco. Shaco got some interesting changes. First off, his Jack-in-the-Boxes are immune to damage while stealth, so you can't spam AoE if you know what's in the area and then pick up small.
I used to be such a dick about that.
I was too.
A jungling Shaco.
I would blow Lux's if I knew that there was a Lux's ult. If there was like 4 or 5 from an AP Shaco, I'd blow my ult just to clear him out of the bush. It was so bad.
Even at the start of the game, I mean, if you have a Veigar and a Karthus, or even just any champion with an AoE, just a range AoE, you just drop that in the blue bushes when there's a jungle Shaco, and he's done. He doesn't get to jungle. It's terrible.
But, it's a mixed bag. It's good for Shacos, not good for everybody that likes harassing Shacos.
AP Shaco's viable, again, is the thing about this.
It's scary. And this is the coolest part. They've improved the ultimate. So now when Shaco pops his ultimate, it shows all his stats, all his items, and it appears on the mini-map. So it is going to be harder to use your tricks to figure out which one's the real one and which one's the fake one. The AI might bug out a bit every once in a while, but right off the bat you won't know which one's which because you can't click on one, and if it doesn't have any items on it, you can't click on the other one to check. So they're both going to have items, they're both going to look exactly the same inventory-wise when you click on them, and they both show up on the
Yeah,
map.
no, I've been seeing some really mean Shaco play lately.
It lets you do so much more.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good thing.
It's a great patch. Next is Shen. They kind of changed Shen. They give him some more damage at base levels, changed some of his energy costs and ratios, but they took away the heal coefficient on his Vorpal Blade, which was kind of a bummer. But overall, they've made him a better jungler and a better early game player, which I think is for the best. It's
Wait,
just,
did they completely get rid of all his heal from his Vorpal Blade?
no, Vorpal Blade, the heal is still there. It just used to be you would gain extra heal from AP, but they've taken that away.
Oh, I thought you said took away completely. No. That's
sad face.
But the cool thing is, Stand United is free.
Yes, it's a great change. Very good change.
Jolly Green is happy. He's like, yay, I finally get viable Shen action again.
And Tarek, you know, you were kind of interested in this change. What did they do to Tarek?
Tarek has a new ultimate, Radiance Remake. Tarek slams the ground, dealing 150, 250, 300, plus 0.60 ability power magic damage to nearby enemies. For the next 10 seconds, Tarek gains 30, 50, 70 attack damage and ability power, and gain nearby allies half bonus for 190 and 80 second cooldown. So essentially what it does is, he gets essentially another ability. He slams the ground and deals AoE damage, and he gives a Radiance for 10 seconds, giving half to his teammates, which is a mixed bag for me. Personally, there's so many games where I had Tarek's ultimate save my life because of the HP 5. I'm going to miss that, but this new ultimate, from what I've seen and what I've played with, it's useful. The Radiance ultimate part, where it gives the buff to everybody, lasts as long as you need, nothing more, nothing less. So it's there for what it needs to be, then it goes away, so it doesn't drain your mana, and it's not an obnoxious mana drain. What do you think of it?
Not a big Tarek player, but from what I've seen, it's given him another offensive tool, which
It's scary.
it opens up some options for him, which I think is nice.
But I'm not mad about this change, because they actually, seeing that they built up to it last patch, it makes more sense now.
I don't know. I just don't like that the damage is kind of low. I wish they would either reduce the cooldown on that or something just to make it better.
0.6 per ability power, or 0.6 increase, ain't bad though. Especially if you're going to go with Archangel Staff and stuff, which has been built common now on a Tarek. So,
The couple of nice utility changes. All the tenacity items are 35 tenacity now, so you don't have to worry about, alright, well, I guess I need to go back and get Merc Treads just so I can be competitive. Great change, by the way. No increase in cash, either. Health pots! You ever, like, have 3 seconds left on a health pot, and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to be focusing really hard. I don't have time to click it. You can queue up health pots now, so you get the constant
so
effect.
handy.
It's
so
very handy.
It's very nice. It's one of those things where you could queue 2 or 3 of them up, and you know you're going to be laning for a while, and you have low health, and you could just lane, pop 3 potions, and just sit there.
It's one thing. It's another thing you don't have to worry about, which is very, very nice.
Well, what I've seen is some people, what they do is they buy 2 health pots right out of the gate, and they pop them on the platform, teleport in, and then the health is ticking. So they can just kind of keep a huge harassment on someone, because they would hit them and the pot's still going, and then just... So there's some little tricks with it.
Very, very interesting patch. I've been enjoying it very much so far, except for the Garen nerfs.
Well,
Well, early game Garen nerfs, I should say.
yeah, they still haven't nerfed your resistance at all.
Oh, it's so good. The PC Gamer came out. You get a free Caytlen Skin. You get a map of Dominion. You get to see everything about Dominion. If you haven't picked it up yet, and you're a big fan, you want to learn about some Dominion, it's a really good investment. It's $8, and you essentially... You get a $5 skin, and then, you know...
An exclusive $5 skin, mind you guys.
Yeah,
This is not
exclusive
going to be
$5
in the store. It's going to be like...
Actually, it's probably like a $10 skin for $8.
Yeah.
Think of it that way.
And you get great content. I actually like PC Gamer. Good read.
Mm-hmm. And there's some Dead Island stuff in there, too.
How buggy Dead Island is.
Oh, goodness.
But yeah, check it out. It's going to give you a great advantage, because you know where you're going to see all the health potion, or the health platforms, where all the clutch point is, where the speed movement buffs are. So you're going to have that little bit of lead against the people that weren't smart enough to do research.
True that.
So you can be meta off the start.
Season 1 finally ended, and everyone got their rewards. I got my bronze banner. I was 4 points. No, I was like 20 points. Those are pretty close numbers. It's 20 points from silver. I'm not that good, but I was doing all right.
I pulled it off. I got out of Elo hell, but I was only up to 1,000 by the end of the week.
You suck. I've been playing against some some Victorious Jarvans. They're scary.
There's a reason why they have these skins. You do surrender right as the game starts.
The Kale skin looks exquisite. Looks kind of like Ash, but
I haven't seen it. I didn't know it was in game yet.
It's in game. It looks good.
One more for my collection.
Yeah, seriously. How many do you have? Like 50?
Yes, 2 of each. Speaking of skins, along with the new Caytlen skin, there wasn't any other skins besides the ones that go with Riven. So it's kind of boring.
Yeah, let's talk about those, though. The Riven skins are kind of a mixed bag. I like the Crimson Elite one, but I've been liking the whole Crimson Elite theme.
I'm not really liking the theme so much.
The Crimson Elite, the art looks terrible, but in-game it looks pretty good.
I don't know, it's the other way around for me. I don't mind the art, but it's just, I see him in game, and it's just unnecessary, like, fins and points and shoulders. It's just...
Well, it's better than the pastel redeemed with the Easter Bunny colors.
I know, it's like, alright, let's just use the paint fill button to just add basic colors to the other one.
That looks pretty bad.
There hasn't been this bad of selection since Karma.
Karma was pretty darn bad.
That was really bad.
Oh.
You can have Japanese Kabuki, or you can have Sun God. I don't like either. Well, too bad.
Sucks to be you. Got a couple of skin sales this week.
We have Phantom Cothis.
Okay skin, there are much better ones for him though, but it's pretty cheap. So if you're looking for a cheap skin, the black does look very nice on him.
Black?
Oh,
they're just setting you up!
The black is good, okay? I like black things.
Next up is Vizia Malzahar.
I've not seen this one in game, and I'm sure there's a reason why. It looks pretty dull, but then again, it's a 260, so
This was his launch skin.
Yeah,
this is the single bundle skin.
There are better skins for him, but for 260, you can't really argue.
And finally, Apocalyptic Brand.
Amazing skin, best one he has. Definitely pick it up if you're looking for one, unless you're making a full Vandal team.
You could just go around acting like Psycho Mantis. I see you like to play Castlevania.
See if people freak out. That'd be great.
I see you like to play a lot of Annie. Yeah, I'm playing Annie right now. Good, good. Now feel the controller move. But I'm on PC.
Shut up. Oh goodness, that'd actually be pretty funny. I might do that in a game. That's we got a couple of champion sales.
This is a
Demacian week, or should I say a Demacia week. So you can pick up all kinds of champs. You can get Garen, Galio, or Lux. Not a big Galio fan, but Garen and Lux are always good. I believe Garen is free this week, so you can try him out before you buy him if you'd like.
Try before you buy.
For sure. Lux is always a solid choice on any team. Galio's kind of a niche champion, but you'll have to see.
They want to throw him down our throats, but we don't want him down there.
It's stone. It's hard to swallow. It's ridiculous.
He has giant wings with points on him.
It's terrible. And that's really it for Riot News this week, guys. We're going to move into our own questions.
Good. Alright.
Hey, I'm mushrooms.
I know.
You touch the mushrooms.
Thank you for putting that where I was sitting. Ugh.
I'm scouting.
I'm helping.
I'm helping. So we're back.
This is Garen, the Might of Demacia.
And Timo. I got bored of the voice.
Really?
Yes.
I would too. Hello! We're here to answer your questions today. This is a special question and comment segment. Going over more than we normally do.
I don't know. I thought we were going chat here.
You're doing a field goal? Good!
Uncut, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yes, we're so professional, really. So our first question, let's take a look. Comes from Zachly11. Says, question: why are you so awesome? Well, I'll tell you, Zachly.
It's because it was born on the wrong side of the tracks.
Because I was born on the wrong side of the tracks. You know, I had to learn to fight for myself. Fight for my rights. Fight for my right to partay. And be cool. And so, kind of awesome, being awesome kind of came with that territory. How about you? Why are you so awesome?
I don't know. A lot of people do not like me.
I wouldn't like you either.
Everybody thinks, oh,
Everybody liked Axis. He's so funny, and then I don't make
Do you?
funny jokes.
Who is the better one? Is it Axis? Me,
It's
the
you.
dashing.
You had more time.
Do I?
Yeah, you had more time to work on it.
Oh, we're talking about costumes, not real life.
You have more time to work in real life. You've had 4 more days in front of me.
Really? I did that? Oh, very similar birthdays over here.
15th, 19th, March.
Great.
So he had 4 more days of working on being awesome.
Yes!
He was doing the haters gonna hate walk before haters
was. Next question comes from Tsutsus. He asks, what champions do you guys think need buffs and nerfs? You've probably answered this already, but I haven't seen it at all, if at all. Are there any champions that you would have trouble against in the game? Well, this last patch kind of took care of that for us. Mordekaiser was really a big pain in the butt, especially in the lane phase, but now he's been knocked into oblivion. Soraka's kind of a jerk with a good AD at times.
Which is strange, because at the beginning of the season she was...
Who cares about Soraka? Now she's pretty mean-spirited. Gangplank's pretty mean. I think he could use a nerf. But other than that, I mean, there's not too many champions out there that are too strong, and they kind of mess with Garen in a more late game, which, again, takes away another champion I sometimes had trouble with.
This is the most balanced the game has been for a while.
Yeah, no, this is a great... I like how the season ends, and then it feels really balanced.
Then Season 2 is going to open up, and it's going to have Magus, and he's going to be insane, or... Oh, he's going to... It's alright, buddy. It's alright. But yeah, there's nothing we can really talk about right now, because it's in a good spot.
It's true. It's in a great spot. There's an emergency. Emergency. Just terrible things are happening outside. We don't know.
This kind of, we got a question from the email that asked us, throughout Season 1, what champions do you think came in overpowered, and what champions do you think came in underpowered? From John Smith. That is such a fake email address.
You're really good at that. What?
What?
No, this is great.
You can't ignore me. I live here.
Champions that came in underpowered were definitely Orianna,
Swain.
Well, Swain wasn't terrible, but Orianna was one that no one knew what to do with. I mean, she's considered dodge-worthy. Urgot was pretty weak when he first came in.
Check the review.
Let's not talk about the Urgot review. Hey, I'm doing it for you, buddy.
I know.
Watch the Urgot review. Link below.
Who else came in? Skarner definitely.
Skarner is still pretty lame right now.
Akali came out pretty weird.
Really? I thought she was great.
For first week she was kind of.
No one knew what to do with her. Is the thing.
Yeah, I picked her up first week and I was really good with her.
Who knew? And
overpowered. You can't really top the season opening with Xin Yao.
Yao was just like, hey, how y'all doing tonight?
I'm gonna eat your children. Yeah, he was really scary. There's no way you can actually say he came out harder than anybody.
It was so down. Demacians have a way of coming out.
Garen came out really overpowered. Lux.
Galio wasn't frightening at all, but
it was pretty mean. LeBlanc came out and she came hard hitting.
J4 came out. And
he was
scary.
They're still nerfing him.
I know. They can't keep J4 down. Oof. I love J4. But yes, indeed.
So that kind of wraps up Season 1. We might have a montage of all the good moments. Do you remember this season?
Serious. Other than Mike. Next question comes from Draken8000. He says, "You teasing bastards! What content are you bringing?"
What a bastard! I come from a loving family.
Well, Draken, we're actually looking at various people. Oh, this is interesting.
We've got a Let's Play.
Yeah, you've seen our new Let's Play. Give this guy feedback. He loves it. He's having a great time with this, and so I know it's kind of new. You guys maybe have not heard from the game or anything, but that's the point of a Let's Play.
He's looking for stuff no one has ever heard of. So if you got suggestions, he's looking for them, because me and him are scouring Google, finding games that not many people have done Let's Plays for, or games that I really haven't heard of.
Let's do a Pokemon Let's Play. No one's done that.
Pokemon. Oh, God of War, because no one does God of War.
Definitely. But yes, we are looking for more things to put into our portfolio. We actually passed out a lot of business cards and talked to a bunch of people at the con we went to in these dashing outfits. Ooh. I'm sure we can find some pictures on the internet of us. You can see us running around. In fact, we actually got to the Caytlen Singed Elise and had a great time.
The Singe was in Surfer Singe, which was really great.
It was funny. It was so funny.
The Lee Sin was mad because he had to tape his nipples for some reason. Girls can run around in skanky shorts and pretty much in the underwear.
I don't know the problem with that.
But a man's nipples need to be covered. I don't know why.
Because our nipples have 10 times the bravery of a woman's nipples. 10 times!
So,
back to the question. We are looking to add some more stuff to our portfolio, or our profile. Those are separate words.
Or a port file, which is where we give it to a man on the port, and he sends it off to the sea. So close.
You're so funny.
So close to stabbing you.
But if you guys have some interesting stuff, or maybe you want to do some together work, or if you just want to play a game of League with us, just send us some stuff. Talk to us. We really are looking to add some more stuff, so if you're interested, email us.
I will be putting our names somewhere around here.
Oh yeah, if you just want to play a game of League with us, I'm Axis48.
And I am Camter, which is funny because I tried to sign up as Water Elemental, but
I tried to sign up as Biclops. I really did. It just did not work out for me. Rats! But that's really it for questions, guys. If you have any new questions, comments, send them to our email at spazticgaming@gmail.com or post them in the comments section below. We don't get nearly as many email questions as we do comment questions, so if you have a longer question you want to send to us, send it to our email. And that's really it that we have for this week. Looking forward to Dominion. I'm ready to go.
it's upstairs.
Ready to go. I'm doing it now.
A lot of people are not looking forward to it, which is surprising.
Screw those people!
This has been Water Team 44.
And this has been Garen, the Might of Axis48.
What, is he a Nazi?
Yes. And I'm saying to you, Demacia!